Hi everyone. So today we present you with our weekly technical insight on SewerGEM Connect Edition. And today I am going to cover that what are the different input that we can enter within our sewer network. So before proceeding further, I would like to give a brief intro about Capricorn technology. For more than 3 decades, Capricorn has played a significant pivotal role in the country computer-aided design adoption, and today we are concentrating on information modeling to address the start to finish design and construction difficulties faced by the building and infrastructure industries. We deliver the finest solution, method, and procedure to enhance your productivity and reduce your project risk. Like our team of more than like 250 plus designer based in all major cities have constantly provided outstanding value, adoption, support, and services to optimize the true potential of more than 20,000 customers wholeheartedly, ranging from national importance project to complex building. Talking a bit more about Capricorn Technology. So Capricorn Technology is now a Win Zero company, which is having a legacy of 3 decades, has now become a partner of choice for the AEC industries. Capricorn Technology is also one of the biggest player in a partner of Bentley and Autodesk, along with authorized training centers. So today, with over 10 offices across India and 300 plus inspired team member, we are serving over actually 20,000 customers in the building, infrastructure, manufacturing, along with a large number of other industries as well. So let me introduce myself. My name is Pranjal Verma, solution specialist for water and wastewater, New Delhi. Will present you with our weekly technical insight. So, okay. So in my previous insight, I have showcased that how we can start with a fresh network, or we can say like how to build a manual network within the SewerGEM Connect edition. So if you have not watched the previous video, so request you to go through that insight first, as this is the continuation of the previous insight. And today I am going to cover that what are the some important inputs criteria that we can enter it for the different element and what are the different method for inputting the value. So we just switch to the software and see how it can be done. So this was the network that we have created in our previous insight, where we have created the catchment and we have placed the different manhole which will connect it to the conduit and along with the overflow and treatment. So now entering the element input data. So input data in SewerGEM like can be divided into two categories: element input data and global model data. So today we are going to cover only element input data. So actually element input data refers to the data associated with the element in the model. It can be entered using the property editor through flex table or through the alternative editor. So talking about the property editor, the property editor is easily to accessible. Over here you can see and can be positioned next to the drawing pane. So you can see the visual context of the element whose data is being modified. The flex table is next and categorized according to the element type. So they are best suited for entering data for large group of element at once, and they also provided the global editing and filtering functionality to allow you enter the data common to a large number of element quickly and easily. So let's begin by using the property editing to define the attribute for the individual element in the model. So we have the different element present over here. So let's suppose I'm going to select the catch basin, and for the same property is being appear on my right window. So here we can see, the structure type under the physical option. Once we go, here is the structure type. From here we can select the structure type, whatever the structure type you are wanted. So you can select that if it is of box structure or circular structure or transition node. And then next we can actually select the length and width also. Then if you want, you we can give the diameter as well from the here. So these are the input for the catch basin. The next input for the catch basin is also inflow capture curve. So once we go the inlet tab over here, we can select the different inlet type. So we have the different inlet type present over here. We can see that if you want to give the input in term of full capture or inflow capture curve or maximum capacity, it totally depend on the need of the project. Once you select the one inlet type, uh, here we can, let's suppose I'm going to select the inflow capture curve. For the same, here we can just give the value for the total inlet inflow and inlet capture. So you can also paste it wherever the value you have presented within your network. You can just paste it. As we can see here, there is option for the paste option as well. Next, what we can see is another thing for the catch basin. We can also give the elevation, like elevation ground and elevation invert input as well. Similarly, we have the catch basin too. So the same criteria follow over here. What would be your structure type? It would be your box structure or circular structure. Then what would be the length and width of the cage basin? And then there the inlet inflow inlet is there. So what is the inlet type and what are the value that you are going to input for the catch basin. Now what I'm going to do, let's suppose I have to enter the value for the manhole. So I'm just open the property for the manhole, and same the property for the manhole has been appeared on my right window. And here what we can see, we can give the elevation ground and elevation invert input. Then we have the inflow wet. So same, we can give the inflow wet also over here. So you can see the different inflow wet option is available, like fixed load is there, hydrograph load is there, or pattern load is there. Totally depend on the environment of the project. So whatever the requirement is there, you can select the inflow wet according to your need and just give the value. Next, what we can see is, and if we go to the flex table here, under the flex table, once we click the manhole, so from here also we can give the elevation ground value and elevation invert value. Now, if I'm going to open the catchment, so these two catchment is present in my network. So within the flex table, I'm going to open the catchment table. Under the catchment table, the thing that is required, like what is the unit hydrograph method that we have to select it. From here, three different unit hydrograph method is there, like generic unit hydrograph, RTK, and SCS. So according to the need of the environment of the project, we can select the unit hydrograph method. Then what would be your loss method? Different loss method is being used for different organization. So what is your requirement? We can select the different loss method also from here. And what would be your runoff method within your catchment? So if you are following the swim runoff, or if you are following the modified rational method, or time area or unit hydrograph. So according to need of the environment, we can select the catchment element input according to this need. Next, so we have seen the input value for the cage basin. We have seen the input value for the manhole and catchment. Now we can just give the input value for the conduit. So once I open the flex table for the conduit as well. So here we can see what we have. We can give our own length user defined. So whatever the length you wanted to adopt for your network, you can give your different length for different conduit. What will be your section type? If it's circular or different section type is present over here, you can see. So whatever the section you requirement is there, you can select that. Then you can give the diameter value as well in the case of conduit. And then you can also give the manning value as well. So, so these are the some of the important element, or we can say these are the some of the important inputs that we have to give once we start with the project. So I hope you guys had an insightful session. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel for all updates. We would be delighted to hear from you. So do reach out to us for any suggestion, query, or topic you would want to discuss. See you next week. Thank you.